Hey, I'm Dee, owner of the Mur Salon, and I'm going to be teaching how to do the Murl today. And what the Murl is, it's our signature curl here at the Mur, and the Mur is named after my dog Murray, so we kind of Murray-ism everything we have. So we're going to be teaching you the Murl. So actually, to start off, we are going to be using Alkali's newest product, Heat. And to activate the Alkatherm technology, it is a two-phase activation that fights against UVA and UVB rays. So you can use this on the hair. I personally use it on my skin because if we're protecting colored hair from the heat, we can protect our colored skin from the heat. So you can put this on wet or dry hair. I'm gonna put it on Ari's dry hair. Quick tip is to always kind of brush through the product to make sure everything is taken evenly throughout. Another product I'm going to be using, which is one that I feel like doesn't get that much love and we need to love it more, VIP. It is Velvet in a Pump. So what you can use this on wet hair, you can use this on dry hair. You can also utilize this and mix it with a conditioning, with any alkali conditioner, and it makes a beautiful mask. Also, another stylist tip is I like to put this in my bleach. I don't know if this is true or not, but I feel like it makes the hair lighter. It just gives a little bit more like of a conditioning agent in your bleach. When I first started doing hair, I would always mix different oils with my bleaches, and this one by far is the best one. So we're also gonna, just a little goes a long way, you emulsify it in the hands and kind of spread throughout. Again, you could use this wet or dry, doesn't really matter. And then I'm gonna go in and start murling. So with shorter hair, like this stuff, you may not get the full murl out of this because it is a little bit shorter. But with Alkali's harder hairspray, which is what I'm gonna be utilizing today, this is cement. So, so they have hard and harder alkali, and I love them both, but I do swear on harder because this will hold a set. So her hair is shorter, we're gonna be using a kind of a smaller iron, and I am going to spray harder in each section before I curl and after I curl. Murl. So this is, it's shorter, so I'm really not going to get that full beach wave effect. So I am just going to curl it like this because my guest here, Ari, she has very thick hair. So putting heat to it in general is just going to kind of tame it down a little bit. So I start with one way and then kind of go the other way. Again, this is very short hair, so we won't get the full murl effect with this. There are many other alkali products that I use prior to her blowout and extension installation, which we use Glow shampoo and conditioner to wash her. This shampoo and conditioner is the best because it smells like sunflowers, and I have no other way to describe it because there is sunflower extract in it. And then we always press every vivid here with unicorn milk, and I know I'm not using it on her right now, but every client of mine and guest of the Mur owns this, and if you don't, you need to go get it. It is essential for vivids, for colors, for anything. It does have CBD in it, so with that being said, I always, just confirm with the customer if they're okay with that. If they're not, foreplay is pretty much the same leave-in conditioner, protection, UVB, UVA, beautifully smelling, and the best part about these products is that they're not too overpowering with the smell. It's something very wearable all day, and all the smells are very unique. Alkali is a woman-owned, American-based brand, and that's why we really do stand behind them. They're small, they communicate, and as a user and consumer, all my clients like to hear that. So with these smaller murls, you're not going to be getting the full effect, but with how coarse this guest hair is, you need that heat to tame it. So we're getting up to these larger sections where we will be able to do the full-on Mur. Always spray it with harder. And I say spray it with harder and seal it with harder just because if you're gonna blow out a guest and give them this beautiful style, for me at least, I want the guests to get like the longest wearability out of it. And if they're gonna, you know, have my name on their head, I want it to last as long as possible for them. Okay, so we're getting to some longer pieces here, and again, this is an inch. It's small. It's not too big. We're gonna wrap it around the barrel fully, and we're leaving out a little bit of end here. Again, this is not long hair here, but we're just gonna, so in this case, we're just gonna pull it out, and you get that kind of wave there. I am also rocking my Mur today. It is a little bit harder to do on yourself, but once you get a rhythm, I find that one side's always easier to do. So it's fully wrapped, these ends are out, and then we're gonna unwrap and kind of drag out to get that like flatter end. I'm gonna do one whole side and then do another whole side. Sorry, that hurt you. So we got longer sections here. Again, we're gonna use our parter. Ends out, and then while it's cooling, like I'll kind of like pull the curl down a little bit. Again, fully wrapped around, and now we're getting to some longer pieces. So this ends are out. That's the most important part to me because I like to create more of like a beach wave type deal. I don't know, with the flat ends, I love that. Gives it more of like a lived-in kind of rock star, little edgy look. But it's also, for me, when I'm doing it on myself, when I have it wrapped around the barrel, I just like pull it out and it kind of creates that straight end. So this one's wrapped around twice with the ends out. This is one of the longer strands. So then we unravel, and pull out. We're getting to a lot of hair here. Perfect. So we spray each section with hairspray just so that the longevity of it is there. When I give my styles, my biggest compliment is it lasted me a whole week. And that has a lot to do with technique, but it has mostly to do with the products you use and how you keep up with it at home. You can always refresh this with Alkamob Fresh dry shampoo, and you can also use that as the dry shampoo as a styling agent too. If you could use the dry shampoo as a texture spray. All their products, I feel like you can utilize a lot more than just for one thing. So it's wrapped around twice, and these little end guys are out. Then we unravel and pull. Obviously, we set it and forget it here. So we do not comb out the curls as we go. We wait until the end, and then we always comb out the curls. It's a really long piece here. So we got it fully wrapped around the barrel, like 1.5 times, and then we have our ends out. Look, real hair. Most of this is your hair. You're doing it. So in this front, I always roll away from the guest's face. Unless they request to have it rolled forward, I think that away from the face looks a little bit more natural. So this is wrapped 1.5 times. These ends are still out. We're unraveling and scooting down. Oh my god. Okay, so these are a little bit shorter pieces, but this is why we're using our smaller ones. So this is fully wrapped. The ends are out. The number one thing that I really do enjoy about the heat protectant, again, I know I touched on it earlier, but and the unicorn milk, most of all the products are UVA and UVB resistant. So, you know, it's good for vivid hair, it's good for any color, but I do use it on my skin, because why not? The pH of her hair, skin, and nails are all about the same, like 4.5 to 5.5, so like what will say that we can't use it on our skin too? And you can cocktail just about any of the products. I like to put, again, a lot of like setting things in the hair. We'll do harder for each section, and then I'll finish it with the Flirt, which is their texturizing spray. A little bit lighter than harder. But again, my guest has thick hair, so I really want to try to get it smooth and like set in this Mur position before I go ahead and say it's done. So this is wrapped around 1.5 times. There's still like a little mini end is out. And I like to roll it vertically. I do horizontal sections and then I kind of roll it vertically. As I said before, with the VIP, the velvet and the pump, you could put it in the hair wet or dry. You could blow dry it into the hair, which is what I did with my guest here, and I also use unicorn milk. If the guest is okay with CBD, unicorn milk always. It just makes the hair feel so beautiful. And for vivid artists, it has that porosity spray in it, and vivids are based off of porosity, so when you spray it into the wet bleached hair, brush it through evenly, and then blow dry it, and it does stop from splotchiness. It just kind of evens out that palette, which is a must-have for all my stylists and guests. Now, you want to come on over? And this is it. So she actually has extensions. She has 5 rows of extensions, eye-link extensions in here, and we cut this up and we gave her this beautiful Mur. We're gonna go all the way around. Look at that. And again, all done with a 1-inch iron. We did prep the hair with heat with our Alkamob technology, creating and activating UVA, UVB rays. We used VIP when the hair was wet and dry, velvet in a pump, to promote shine, health, integrity. And I did prep her while she was wet with unicorn milk. I didn't show that, but to me, it's common knowledge here at the Mur. You prep everyone with unicorn milk. Again, if they're okay with the CBD. And then we finished off with harder, and I did want to spray a little Flirt on her, but I wanted to show you guys. I love the bottle, first of all, because you can turn it on and off, and like, I need that because I'll just throw this in my bag and then it's like spraying everywhere, so love the on and off. Okay. And just like that, we kind of comb out the Mur with our fingers. On the other side. And again, she's got a lot of coarse hair, so that iron really helps flatten that down. And kind of piece it out. And there you have it, the Mur.